Morning, collective. Oof. Go ahead and adjust here. It's not in the way. If you are new here, this is a collective reading that we do on Sunday mornings. So if you are feeling called, follow your intuition. Stay along for this collective reading. My apologies. I'm just waking up. And I just did a meditation, so quite literally getting my first few words out this morning. But very excited to open up this message. The collective readings that we do on live have many beautiful messages. I feel like every time I come on here, such powerful messages come through, especially towards the end of the readings. I feel like more people start to join in the beginning, and then towards the end of the reading, everything just gets so solidified. So stay along if you're feeling called. We're going to do a collective reading. Just feel out the energy of the collective, what message Spirit and the Divine has for you. I do a meditation before, so I am already having some downloads, but I like to pull the cards to kind of get everything coming together. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to stay if you feel called. I post tarot readings. I'm a mindset coach, and I also offer personal readings if that is of interest. So let's just get connected here. Calling in all the beautiful energies and souls coming through that will see this reading at one point or another. So we're just getting grounded here in this moment. Calling onto the divine, our light guides, angels, light beings, spirit guides. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. Yes, all right, let's see. Let's see just what wants to happen here. Feeling very intuitively called. All right. So in the beginning, I want to shuffle this, but I feel I have to say this. As I was just about to start shuffling, the Devil card came up. Before I sat down with this reading, I had like these little thoughts in my mind. But I feel like it was for this reading. It was a download. These little thoughts in my mind were coming in as a download. And I was picking up on like when you get little thoughts in your mind, planting seeds of doubt or nerves or anxiety, right? So like right before you're about to do something you really want, you get those little thoughts that are like, oh, what if you fail? What if this is not even meant for you? Like you're going down the wrong path. Like just getting those little seeds of doubt that are in the back, those little limiting, okay? This is not even part of the full message. I just feel like that had to be said. So we're just gonna go ahead and start pulling them. See what's the first card that wants to come up. Let's just keep shuffling. I always like to give it a good shuffle. Thank you for being here. Like the live if you're feeling called. Let's see, Spirit. What message do we have for the collective? We did have the King of Pentacles. I did get this a little bit earlier too, shuffling around. I was also getting here, like, I don't know, I need to shuffle out something with. This has been in the bottom of the deck. I'm also getting right now, like, what you want to build takes time. What you want to build takes time. Look at that again. Need to get this out. Something about this. Yes. What you want to build takes time. Also, bottom of the deck. This morning, as I woke up too, I like to sit with the message for a little bit, guys. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm sitting with this message. I like to just jump in, let the messages come through, really sit in with what this means for the collective. As I woke up this morning as well, and I'm feeling like this is really fitting in with the message we got. As you evolve, okay, as you evolve, so does your vision, so does your direction. As you evolve your mindset, right? And the thing with evolution is a lot of us do start with mindset, but a lot of us start in other ways, right? Everyone's journey is so unique, right? But the mission, the end goal is always the same, right? It's usually always fulfillment, right? Some sort of goal, some sort of calling that you feel that you need to achieve, right? As you evolve, the calling, and not just the calling, the direction of the calling, right, changes. So what might have worked for you in the past, or the direction that you were taking might have worked in the past, is no longer going to work anymore as you evolve. Let's sit here with it for a minute. I'm going to take in this message, guys. Before we manifest everything on the outside, the house, the body, the job, we must tend to what's on the inside. Our inner world is a reflection of our outer world. And I think one of the biggest freaking scams out there is that, oh, manifest stuff overnight. Oh my gosh, and those things can work. Like I'm not saying that's a lie when it comes to like, maybe like a test that you have, or something like the next day that you want to manifest. Like, for example, oh, I have a trip tomorrow. I want to manifest like an amazing experience, or or really good opportunities while I'm on the trip. That can work. Okay, but when we're talking about something long-term, something that's built over time, something sustainable, nothing worth having comes easy. And I think that's like a really big misconception that people are fed, that things happen overnight, right? Like, how many things do we see everywhere, even advertised? Like, things can happen overnight. Every day. I feel like every time I even go onto, again, I'm getting this download. I recently went onto Threads. I always see posts and everywhere like, oh my God, I gained 10,000 followers in 2 months, and this is how I easily did it. And then you open up the account or the thread, and it literally just says things that most people already do. Like, post consistently, post good quality, make sure you're in a well-lit area, okay? When we cling on to those ideas, or this is how it should be, look how fast this person did it, this causes us to lose faith in ourselves. It's to a level of comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. So even when looking at a post like that, where, wow, this person gained 10,000 followers in 2 months, doing everything I've already been doing the last year, or like sometimes even longer. I know people that were on that thread that were like, oh my goodness, I've been posting since 2019 and I only have like 600 followers or 1,000 followers. This causes us to lose faith in our dreams. It causes swords in our heart. It causes an emotion that makes us dwindle. Okay, your foundation needs to be strong. You cannot be shook by things that may look different on your journey. Everyone's journey, and when I say everyone, I literally mean every single person, is unique. You might have similarities, or ways. That's where when we connect with people, we're like, yeah, like I had this, similar experience. But we are all unique, and how we get there is very different. And when you're going through this journey, this divine mission, this calling that you have in your heart, a calling that you can't ignore, right? When you have this calling that's in your heart, it's meant to be sustainable. Wow, I'm really picking up on, in this card, do you see like the ground? Like it's so firmly rooted. Like you cannot even I feel like you can't even pull the roots. Or you cannot even mess with what's going on in there because it's so cemented. And the king has his foot on the rock. This cannot be rocked. My journey, your journey, only makes sense to you. Your path is divinely unique. And I feel like in trying to seek connections, or in trying to find connection, it can, without awareness, without being mindful, it can cause us to compare ourselves. And instead of gathering inspiration from what we should gather inspiration from, it can start weighing down on us. Another really good example is if you've ever followed, I think here we have mostly ladies watching, but if you ever, it doesn't matter if it's ladies or men, if you ever follow somebody who's a fitness inspiration to you, right? In the beginning, or when you first find their page, you're like, oh my goodness, you're so inspired by them. You're like, look at this woman. She's a mom of 4 and she looks incredible. Her self-discipline, but if we start to kind of cling on to it and start, what do you call it, doom scrolling and taking ourselves out of the present moment. And it happens, it's a very thin sliver when this happens. And that's why building your foundation is so important. Because the fear and the doubts creep in so easily and so subtly that we don't even know they're weighing on us. And then we're wondering, why am I not manifesting? You can start to feel down. You can start to feel, excuse me, I feel like that's confirmation. You can start to feel also, I've been just seeing the Judgment card a lot. So I'm picking up as well, a lot of judgment around what you're building, around yourself, around your personal growth, can be causing you doubt and fear. Your spiritual journey, right? And your inner world, how we said right in the beginning, and with this it came up, your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. When we kind of lose that awareness, we start to depend on the outer for proof, right? We're like, oh, I'm not seeing the proof. Therefore, that means that I'm not good enough to have it, or I'm not going to have it, or, right? When in reality, it's the opposite. You must go through the dark night of the soul. You must go through the enlightenment, through the rebirth, through the transformation. That is what's going to build your solid roots. It's what's going to clear your heart. It's what's going to clear your path. You see how, like, I'm seeing it like this too, like the heart seeking. Then you see the outer. It all starts within. If you're still on the live, let me know how the message is resonating. Right? Time to I'm gonna like clean up the inside. Yes. To create change. Excuse me. To create change. To start manifesting the outside. Your inner world must be firm. It must be rooted. Nothing can take you out of this position. Nothing on the outside, nothing you see online, nothing you hear from people, nothing. Nobody can tell you anything, because your divine mission, you are so rooted in it. You are so sure of it. Okay? And that doesn't happen overnight. It happens over many transformations. It happens over many rebirths. It happens as you continue to commit to yourself to release that. Anytime that comes up, let's just go back to using the example of seeing a person's post, right? That says, oh my goodness, or I gained this amount of followers, or I made this amount of money on social media in 3 months, right? And you've been doing it for 2 years. When those thoughts come up, when a fear comes up, the moment you tell yourself, oh, that's not gonna happen for me. The moment that narrative starts to come up, my loves, that is when you bring awareness. Notice it. All I want you to do is notice it. I'm thinking those thoughts, aren't I? Just notice it. Give it to your angels. Notice that you are judging. You are judging where you are at compared to this other person. You are on a unique mission. Your journey is not like anyone else. It's like a thumbprint, right? We all have different thumbprints. Your divine mission is the same. And to start seeing those outer manifestations happen, I want you to know right now that it's not overnight. What's sustainable, what's worth having, okay? It's not a magic spell. It can happen quickly, right? And for some people, it can happen in a week. For some people, it can happen in a year. What I want you to know is forget the timing, right? Even with tarot, we can kind of gauge timing, but with this specific reading right here, the universe wants you to know the timing is the more rooted you get yourself, the stronger you get in spiritual foundations, in your vision, in what was instilled in you. You have to be so rooted in this. Nothing can take your eyes from it. Okay? As I was shuffling earlier as well, I had gotten both of these cards. I don't know if you guys saw how, like, this was at the bottom, at the top again when I shuffled. What I'm getting, like, straight off the bat, right now with these two, is like, they can go into the church. You can find shelter. They can look towards the other way, right? It might still be rocky. Their troubles might still be there. The limiting thoughts don't go away, okay? But you have the choice to bring awareness. You just have to bring awareness to what is causing the doubt, the fear, the little narratives. What we said in the beginning of the reading, the little voices like in the back of your head whenever you're about to do something that is really, that you feel called to. Whether it's like, I'm also picking up for some reason, like even like a dance class or like doing something that you might have to like embarrass yourself. You know what I mean? Like dance or like a new type of workout. Like, you know, when you do a new workout you've never done before, like Pilates or something, and you have to like, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be so bad or something like that in the beginning. Anything that is important to you, that's your calling, that you want to go towards. But it's like these little narratives, these little voices, there's little things that could be like keeping you from going towards it, or like from fully going towards it, right? Like you're probably going towards it, but like, right here's the message, my love. You need to be rooted. Seek higher power to give you the strength and clarity on your path, right? Like I'm getting as well clarity on your path, seeking more guidance, right? But let it unfold. What's your job and what Spirit wants you to do is focus on the soul. Focus on your heart. When you follow your heart and your mission, when you follow your mission and your dream, what is your heart saying? What little voice? Bring awareness to it. These swords must be released. Create that strong inner foundation. That's how you are going to start seeing outer manifestations, things aligning, and going towards your path, continuing your path with a newfound confidence, with a security and an assurance of like, I'm divinely protected because I know that what's been instilled in me is from a greater power, is from a greater source. So nothing can rock you. Someone else's success, someone else's path cannot change yours, because it's written in the stars. It's divinely written, and that's why it only makes sense to you. Love it. You have the power to bring your desires, what's in your mind, here into this plane, into this realm. And you've been called to do so. But that foundation, you must be strong. People that have succeeded at this, there's one thing in common. If you become aware of it, there's one thing in common. They don't let shit knock them off their path. They don't let crap knock them off. They're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep going, right? Because you are divinely guided, and you're divinely blessed. It's something bigger than you, right? It feels bigger than you. It's a calling that is bigger than you. So the inner work, babe, that needs to be on lock. That needs to be on lock, because your inner world, my love, is what's going to protect you and guide you, okay? And the stronger you have that in you, the more the path unfolds, the more, right, your calling becomes clear, the more blessings, and the more you start to see it happen. All right, so bring that to awareness. I would love to connect with you on a personal reading. If you felt that this reading connected with you, you are meant to manifest what it is, okay? I know there could be, like I said, some shadow energy around it that comes up, but that happens with all of our big dreams, because they're really big dreams, right? Or it's a really big mission. Starting within and addressing that, bringing it to light, integrating it, knowing that your journey is unique, knowing that the more that you focus on your inner evolution, your soul evolution, and like I said, I also said this in the beginning, I want to say this again, your direction and calling may change the more that you do the inner work, the more that you clear away, because what starts to happen is your full authentic self comes out. All those limiting beliefs, it's just a way to keep us safe, right? It's just ego. So as we start to peel those layers, our authentic self comes out, and we start connecting more with who we really are, right? You're going to be going through an extreme transformation right now, okay? And you get to initiate this transformation. You get to initiate your transformation. The power is in your hands. Seeking from mentors, seeking from others, right? Reading books towards your evolution. All of this is going to help with your transformation. I love it. I love this message. Oh, I just had a card fly out. Okay. You're going to remember this divine mission that you are called to. Like we said, okay, it's going to bring up shit. It's going to bring up shit. But these are all the things that we need to clear out. Because you have to form this strong foundation, this boldness, this aura of protection around you, this shield that is so strong and powerful, right? That's protecting your most authentic, vulnerable, best self, right? So that inner being has to be on lock, because that's what's going to be guiding you, right? It's what's going to be guiding you. Spirit wants to guide you through it. And it's going to provide you with so much clarity on your purpose and who you might even be like, I'm like a whole new me. Like, I'm a whole new person. Like, this wasn't even who I was. It was just like the darkness and like all these little thoughts looming over me. But I'm finally stepping into who I am. And stepping into that who I am, you gotta be strong, bold. You cannot let any, like I'm saying, the insecurities, the fears, the doubts, that never goes away. Darkness will always exist. There will always be darkness. I know it sounds a little like morbid, but like there is. Okay, not saying in you, but yeah, even in us, because it's around us, right? And we just can't get away from it. Like, even when we go online and talk to people try to instill their insecurities onto you. So your inner world has to be so freaking strong, and your direction is going to be so clear, so on point, that nothing can rock you, my love. I would love to connect with you on a personal reading on this, to further go into your purpose, this transformation. I loved this reading. Normally I have more decks with me, but I left them in the room. My husband's asleep. So I feel like this is where this reading comes to a conclusion this morning. I loved it. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, give me a follow. I post collective readings. I also like offer personal readings. I do mindset coaching, and I'm wishing you so much light and love. You have transformation. You have greatness, right? But it's time to just, it's not even no but. It's just reminders. Spirit says that inner world. Love it. As we work on our inner world, my loves, we become, love that I keep seeing this, we become the creator, the co-creator of our lives. And it becomes effortless. It becomes solid. It just becomes like, I see, I feel, I attract. I'm sending you this message with so much light and love, and I can't wait to connect with you on the next one. I normally come on lives on Sunday mornings. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys.